In this video, we're going to go through the past tense. What is the past tense? Well, it describes something that happened in the past. So here, for instance, we have an action or even an event that happened at a definite time in the past. Yesterday, I opened the door. That would be an example. Notice I added an ed at the end of the verb open. So let's take a look at some other examples here. Again, definite time, yesterday. What did she do? She walked. Past tense of walk is walked to school. Last night, definite time, I laughed at all of Jerry's jokes. Here again, we have the ed at the end. No difference in C, except for we have two verbs now. Notice how they are both in past tense with the ed. That is, at the end of the class, definite time, he walked up and congratulated the instructor. Now, you can also use past tense to describe an action that has been completed in the past. So something that's finished, it's over, such as after looking all night, the people finally found their lost dog. So completed action, they found their dog. She finished her homework and then watched the television. Both of these are activities done in the past. They're finished. Therefore, you simply need ed at the end, past tense. Now, a lot of verbs do not actually take an ed. Notice here, found, past tense of find. So this is what we call an irregular verb. And so we will have some more irregular endings in the next video. In this video, we're going to go through past tense forms of verbs. But what we're not going to do is talk about the past tense, why we use the past tense. That is the other video that says verbs past tense. This is verbs past tense irregular forms, meaning that certain verbs change from present to past tense. They don't just add an EED. That is, some verbs do not receive this guy. It's easy little tag. Oh no, they do not. They make life complicated for us. That is, they change forms from present to past tense. So let's take a look here and see some of these irregular verbs. Now what I've done, maybe if you're sharp, you've caught it already, and you're thinking, hey Chris, that's not past tense. I am happy. These are all present tense. They are good friends. It is not funny. And you're definitely right. Every single one here, A, B, and C, these are all verbs in the present tense. As far as past tense goes, guess what? We're going to try to change them. What is the past tense of am? That is, it's first person I to be verb I am. What's the past tense form? It is was. So notice how different that is versus I ammed. I ammed happy is not English. So irregular change, am becomes was. Now, things of course are different in the present as far as the to be verb is concerned. Sometimes the to be verb is are, as in they are. That again is present tense. We're going to change this guy to past tense. What happens to they or the verb are? It becomes wore. They were good friends. So whenever there's an are, such as we are good friends, if it changes to past tense, it becomes wore. Am always changes to was. Now we have it. It is not funny. Notice that it, much like he or she, is the third person pronoun. These relate, of course, to male and female, respectively, but it doesn't. However, they all have this in common. In the to be form, they are is. But what is the past tense? Well, good news, it's not is, but good news is it was. It was not funny. The reason I say good news is you can see that it's the exact same as a. That is the past tense. If we made a little chart here, am, is, this is present tense, PR. This is first person, the I. This is third person. You can see that the past, they both are the same, was and was. However, if we make this first person plural, and we put we get wore. If we get third person plural and we have they, we also have wore. And so that's really the conjugation that I did below. So let's check out some more. We have here the two girls swim daily. Now you may think, Oh, that's easy. I know that one. Swum. And the thing is, it's not. It is not swum. It is swam. The past tense of swim is swam. Swum, while it is a word, is what we call a participle. PP for present past participle, in this case, present or past participle in this case. This is the past participle of swim. Past participle is swum. But we're not even getting into participles yet. We just want simple past, which is swam. So that is the past tense of swim. And this is one that people mix up all the time. Same with drink. I'm not sure you can say they drink daily, but let's just say that's the sense. It would be the two girls drank lemonade daily. So you can notice that drink becomes drink. Swim becomes swam. Pa becomes past tense pa. Swam and drank. Maybe that's a good way to remember it. Remember the drunk, the swum, the has to do with the participle. Moving on to E, I fly across the country. Okay, that's present tense. We're going to change it to past tense, and that is I flew. Now, most of these verbs, unlike the to be verb, when they go from their present to their past tense, they don't change. So we could have I flew, he flew, we flew, they all flew. It doesn't change depending on the pronoun. Simply flew. Same with I know. Past tense would be I knew many people at my school. And so there you can see that indeed these verbs are changing, and you want to be able to spot these verbs and be able to know how they change. That is, know the irregular forms, and a lot of that takes practice. And instead of just reading lists, I recommend that you actually write sentences. Try these words out in sentences themselves and practice that way. I mean, lists are great, but it's easier to get in the head when you actually write things down.